Alright, so I've oiled down the cast iron skillet here. Got a stainless pot back there, don't pay no attention to that, I'm making grits. Anyways, everybody wants to know how to make hash browns. Okay, and everybody loves that place that makes them, and most people go there and think that's the only place you can get hash browns. Well, this is where they come from, right here, potato. I've already peeled this one. I use this kind of potato peeler here, just rake across it. It's fast. You can't make these and just store them. They turn pink in the fridge, or they'll turn pink just sitting here on the counter. So as soon as you do this, you need to go ahead and make them. Now, I'm using olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, basically a flat iron griddle. You can use iron skillet, but for that you'll have to use one of these spatulas. For this right here, I'll use a different type of spatula. Anyhow, what you want to do is, I've already seasoned this pan a bit. I'm getting it a bit hot. While I'm at it, I can shred this down. Alright, and this is just a regular cheese grater, and this is the side, if you want to know, right here. That's that. Okay, there you go. That's fine for making hash browns. Everybody thinks you got to have a special machine or something. Anyhow, I'm just going to take the hash brown and rub it down, and then I'm going to move over and move it down again, because if you keep going in the same spot, it won't even cut the second time. So you move it down a stroke, move it over, move it down a stroke, just like that. Or you can do it at an angle. Like it's not that hard. They don't have to be perfect. They're going to be good. I'm using this container to catch it. Glass dish. You're going to have to cook the potato a little bit more than if you've already cooked at a restaurant and had dehydrated hash browns, okay? So give it plenty of time to cook. Just because it's brown does not mean the potatoes are going to taste done. And it's kind of a one-shot deal. When you put the oil on that griddle, and it's real hot right now, but when you put that oil on that griddle, you're going to want to put enough on that one side to cook it on that side right the first time, because once you turn it, then you're just singeing them when you turn them over, and that's the best way I can explain it. Okay? All you need is one potato. It makes enough for two people, really, or a very large double order. Okay. Now, you got your hash browns. You can add salt while you're cooking, before you cook, either way you want to do it. I'm just going to spread them out a bit, so I know what I'm getting it. Whenever I put my hand in to grab how much I'm getting, go ahead and salt them. And basically, this is one very hot skillet right now. I'm going to take the extra virgin olive oil. You can use any kind of oil, any kind of vegetable oil you want. About that much. That's all I'm going to say. The size of a silver dollar. And then put the hash browns in there. Spread them out. I'm going to make two different orders here to make sure they're done. So one potato, large baking potato, you want to have two separate cooking times here. Two separate portions that you cook at a time. I'm adding some more oil in the holes. It doesn't matter if you get it on the hash browns, it's going to go through anyway. Now I'm cranking it up, high heat. And that's a flame, so it doesn't take long to get hot. And you just basically let it cook. I will time it. I'm going to put it on 8 minutes, but I just go by what it looks like. And like I said, just because it's brown doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be cooked on that side. Alright, now I got it really, really hot. I got it on about a 4. While I'm looking for my spatula. It's just my favorite spatula. So I wanted to grab it. I got 5 of them up there. So, there you can see through the holes how they're brown, okay? And you're going to know that you don't want to burn it on that one side, but you want to get that first time browned the right way. So I'll just move them around a little bit to make sure any spots, maybe any cold spots on the pan there. But you give it plenty of time to cook. Do not be in a rush. I like mine crispy. I like them done. The thing is, you want them cooked in the middle, which is going to be this side, basically. So once you get that first side right, you can peek and take a look anytime you want. That's kind of light for me. So it doesn't look bad, but it's kind of light for me. So I'm just going to let it cook. The heat alone will help cook and dry out. It will help dry out this top part so that when you do flip it, there's less moisture to try to cook, and you're not just searing the outside, searing the other side, and having left undone hash browns in the middle. So yeah, so I got it about halfway turned up, about 6. And it just takes time. You got to be real patient with it. You can always throw them back on if they're not done, but the smartest thing to do is do them right before you even take them off the skillet, because I got a whole other order over here to cook too. Now what I'm going to do is try to break these up into at least half. And some people might think they can do this in a regular frying pan. I would not advise that, because half of them nowadays have a non-stick coating on it. If you get it that hot, you're going to mess up the non-stick coating, and you're going to wind up eating Teflon. So I cut it into thirds. Might even let that cook some on that side again. Now that it's on this side, I'm going to add a little more oil to the other side. It's always the other side that never looks right if you don't add a little bit more oil. So those look pretty good. I've got to admit, I'm pretty impressed by myself. So more oil, just in. I try to get in the holes of where the hash brown was, and then just stir it a bit, just a little. Not trying to break it up, just trying to move it over where the oil will get up under the entire bottom. That's pretty much it. That and patience. Just wait. I still got 5 minutes left on there. I think it'll be about 3 minutes. But the main thing is how to make the hash brown in the first place. It's a potato and a shredder. Not rocket science, but people are going to love this video because everybody loves hash browns. Which I got grits back there that I'm fixing to put some grits in the pot. I might as well do that now. I just really wanted to show this more than anything. Time to actually start cooking. That was boiling just a minute ago, so about that much. If you want to know how to cook grits, I'll start a thing on how to cook grits here. Grits, people don't know what they are from up north, and they ask, what are grits? That's what grits are. Grits. They're just grits. You buy them. It's kind of like what you would call hominy, or I don't know. Anyhow, they're simple to make. You just add water and some salt, and then when you're done, butter and cheese to taste. It's really simple. So, for the question, what are grits? That's what grits are. They come out of a bag. You add water to them, and you boil them up to the thickness. So that you got to keep in mind, you can feed grits to ants and it'll kill them because they'll blow up, because once they hydrate inside them, it'll kill them. Well, it might give you a stomach ache also if they're like this right here, like you just got them out of the package. If they did that in your stomach, so I wouldn't advise eating them right out of the carton. And it's not like cornmeal; you can't eat them like that. So the thing is, you cook them with water so that basically it has boiled, it has thickened a bit. If you need to add more water, that's fine. You add water as needed, and you look at you want the thickness to be about the same as, twice as thick as oatmeal. And my hash browns are done. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and some pepper in a minute, but I'm gonna get these hash browns off and I'm gonna throw on another order. Now the back side, just to show that. Back side is done. Yeah. These are done. So I believe I set the timer for like 8 minutes, and I believe this is like 6 or so. I did not go to culinary school, so it's just a potato. It's not that complicated. There you have it. That is hash brown.